allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The prayer will be offered by the good delegate from Montgomery County.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Good evening, colleagues. Tonight, I rise to share a quote that is often attributed to 18th century minister and abolitionist John Wesley. Do all the good you can, by all the means you can, in all the ways you can, in all the places you can, at all the times you can, as long as you ever can. Amen.
Quorum call.
Mr. Speaker.
The clerk will call the roll. Has everyone recorded their presence? If so, the clerk will take the call. There being 115 members present, the House is now in session. Petitions, memorials, and other papers.
Speaker, Mr. Speaker, I tried to push my green button to let you know that I'm here, but it wouldn't work. But I am here. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, same thing.
Mr.
Same
Speaker.
thing, the buttons back here aren't working, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker.
Anyone else? Yes, delegate from Carroll County.
Well, I'll take that. Also Frederick, but that's good.
Also Frederick.
My button did not work as well, so grant me a little peace. Thank you.
Anyone else? Appointments. The clerk will read the appointments.
Resolved that the Speaker makes the following appointments: the Honorable Kim Ross to the Health and Government Operations Committee, the Honorable Sean Stinnett to the Judiciary Committee. By order, Sylvia Siegert, Chief Clerk.
Hearing no objection, the appointments are adopted. If we could have some quiet, please. Thank you. Consent calendar of introductory House Bills number 57. The clerk will read the first bill.
House Bill 1543, Delegate Stein. House rules.
Recognizing the majority leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So much be considered the reading of House Bills 1543 through 1554.
Hearing no objection, the bills are read the first time and referred to the appropriate committees. The clerk will read the bond initiatives and the committee assignments.
Introductory House Bond Initiatives number 55, March the 3rd, 2025, refer to appropriations. Introductory House Bond Initiatives number 56, March 3rd, 2025, refer to appropriations. Introductory House Bond Initiatives number 57, March 3rd, 2025, refer to appropriations. Introductory House Bond Initiatives number 58, March 3rd, 2025, refer to appropriations. Introductory House Bond Initiatives number 59, March 3rd, 2025, refer to appropriations. Introductory House Bond Initiatives number 60, March 3rd, 2025, refer to appropriations.
Message from the Senate consent calendar number 10. Senate bills introduced in the House. The clerk will read the first bill and committee assignment.
Senate Bill 42, Senator M. Washington, Environment and Transportation.
Recognizing the majority leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So much be considered the reading of Senate Bill 42 be considered the reading for all the bills on the calendar.
Hearing no objection, the bills are read the first time and referred to the appropriate committees. That ends the work at the desk. They've already gotten recognition, but I feel like it would be great if we acknowledged another time our new members, Delegate Ross and Delegate Stinnett. And now I'd like to call on the delegates from Prince George County and Western Maryland for the Tribute to Fallen Heroes ceremony.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Great evening, colleagues. As a Navy veteran and member of the Maryland General Assembly Veterans Caucus, it is my honor to initiate the Fallen Hero Tribute. This tribute pays homage to the brave mariners lost in the line of duty last year. They are our brothers and sisters in arms that made the ultimate sacrifice for us and this great country. Joining us this evening are several dignitaries that I would like to recognize before we begin the tribute. Major General Janine L. Burkhead, 31st Adjutant General of Maryland. Brigadier General Andrew William Collins, Commander of the Maryland Army National Guard. Secretary Anthony Woods, Department of Veterans and Military Families. We are honoring two heroes this evening. The first is a United States Navy Petty Officer, First Class, Christopher J. Chambers. As a Navy veteran, I am honored to offer this tribute. On January 11, 2024, Petty Officer First Class Chambers passed in the line of duty while serving his country. He was from Prince George's County, a graduate of the University of Maryland, a Navy SEAL, recipient of the Defense Meritorious Service Medal, 2 Navy Achievement Medals with combat, and a Combat Action Ribbon. We are honored to be joined this evening by Petty Officer First Class Chambers' mother, Petty Officer First Class Louis Chambers, who served in the Navy from 1979 to 1987. Thank you for being here. Petty Officer First Class Chambers made the ultimate sacrifice, and we are eternally grateful. I now would ask my colleague to provide his remarks.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished guests, colleagues, good evening. It is my honor as a U.S. Army veteran to recognize the second fallen hero for our ceremony tonight. And that hero is Chief Warrant Officer 2 Andrew Lloyd Eves at U.S. Army. He passed away on January 29, 2025 in a crash that occurred over the Potomac River when a commercial flight and a Army Black Hawk helicopter collided near Ronald Reagan National Airport. CW2 Eves was from Great Falls, St. Mary's County. He grew up in rural Mississippi, enlisted in the Navy after graduation from high school, served 10 years in the Navy with distinction, rose to the rank of First Class Petty Officer, which is pay grade E6. Then he switched over, joined the Army, and became a Black Hawk helicopter pilot. He was a training instructor with Bravo Company, the 12th Aviation Battalion, at Davison Army Airfield at Fort Belvoir, Virginia. CW2 Eves is survived by a wife, his daughter, a son, a mother, a father, an extended loving family. It's hard to put into words. I can't adequately express enough appreciation for CW2 Eves' service to our country and his sacrifice for him and his family. We're going to conclude the Fallen Hero tribute this evening by inviting Sergeant John McConey to play taps. He's in the balcony. Following taps, there'll be a moment of silence. So, thank you. Thank you. That concludes this evening's ceremony. Good job, man.
Colleagues, we are very honored to have a new member of our federal delegation in Washington, D.C. with us tonight, Senator Angela Alsobrooks. So I would like to invite the senator to make some remarks.
Oh, wow. Well, hello, Maryland. Hello, Maryland. Boy, thank you so much. It is such a wonderful feeling to be here with each of you. I am a very proud member of Team Maryland. And so I'd like to first, in her absence, offer my love to our speaker, who is home, you know, in her moment of bereavement. So I do want to extend my condolences to her and her family and to extend my love. Also extend my love. I know tonight we recognize some of our fallen heroes. And so I'd like to also add my gratitude to all of those who have served our country and who paid the ultimate price. So for those who have served and those who continue to serve, General Burkhead, Commander Collins, and the others who just continue to serve all of us. And then I'd like to thank each of you for what you do to serve all of Maryland's families and what you do by extension to serve our country. You know, few people understand the sacrifice involved with your being even here tonight. And you are here tonight because you love Maryland, you love our families, you believe in our state, and you believe in our country. And I want to thank each of you so much for what you have done every single day to ensure that not only Marylanders experience the American dream, but we believe that all of our kids and all over the country should experience it as well. I know these are really, really challenging times, and they are ones that are not only felt by you, but there are other patriots who are in this moment, ones that I think about every day. It's the 160,000 Marylanders who serve in the federal government as civil servants, many of whom have served over decades. And they do so because they are patriots. They show up every day and they work through the day, not because they're there to serve a Republican or Democratic administration, but they're there to serve the American people. And they work so hard to ensure, yes, these are our family members and friends and colleagues who serve us every day to ensure that our water is clean, to ensure that those who have worked for benefits are able to have their Social Security, who believe at the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, who are there, the weather forecasters who are working to provide us accurate information about hurricanes and fires. And these are the people who right now need all of us. And who are under attack. And so it has been, for me, such an honor to represent a state like Maryland. And I believe the thing that allows us to every day get up and fight the way we do is that we understand that all of us, at the end of the day, want the same things for our families. To have places that are affordable to live, that we believe those who are sick deserve the health care that they need. We believe that our children should receive the single best education they can, and right now we're going to continue working for that. And so I just want to say thank you so much for what you do. I want you to continue to stay encouraged. Again, I know that it looks it's scary out there right now, but we are going to continue to work together. We're going to provide for Marylanders. I'm working along with Senator Van Hollen and the rest of our delegation, and I want you to know that we are unified. We are not afraid. We're continuing to make sure that we are about the people's business, and we need to work like no time ever before. $330 million in transportation funds that had already been authorized in Maryland are frozen right now. The challenges are great, but I am optimistic. I want you to know that we are going to make it through this together, and then we're going to continue working to make sure we provide the best future possible for Marylanders and for Americans. So thank you so much to each of you. God bless all of you, and let's keep on keeping up. Thank you so much.
Delegation announcements. Any delegation announcements? All right, hearing none. Caucus announcements. Recognizing the chair of the Democratic Caucus.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Good evening, colleagues. The House Democratic Caucus will be meeting tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. in the Prince George's County Delegation Room. Thank you.
Recognizing the chair of the Republican Caucus.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Tomorrow morning, the Republican Caucus will meet at 9 a.m. in the Baltimore City Delegation Room.
Now we will have, recognizing the chair of the Legislative Black Caucus.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. Members of the Legislative Black Caucus of Maryland, this is a notice that Picture Day will be postponed this week. We have a very important member who we want to make sure will be able to participate. So please note that we will send out a new date for Picture Day. Thank you.
Next, we will have the Women's History Moment delivered by the good delegate from Prince George's County.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Colleagues, I would like for you to join me today in honoring, who was actually just here, Major General Janine Brickhead. Major General Janine Brickhead, she is a U.S. military officer who currently serves as the Adjutant General of Maryland since April 2023. She is the daughter of Fannie Mae Brickhead, who was the first African-American elected to a countywide office from Worcester County, Maryland, and the first to serve as the mayor on the Eastern Shore of Maryland. Janine Brickhead has previously served as the director of the legislative affairs of the Maryland National Guard and as the assistant adjutant general. As Deputy Commanding General, Reserve Affairs of the U.S. Army War College, she assisted the Hogan administration with addressing equity issues and the distribution of the COVID-19 vaccine. She was also selected by the D.C. National Guard to be the Task Force Capitol Grounds Commander for the presidential inauguration of Joe Biden, was a senior advisor in the Bureau of Indian Affairs, and was inducted to the Maryland Women's Hall of Fame. She was promoted to Major General in April 2023 and was named by Governor Wes Moore as the 31st Adjutant General of Maryland, and is currently the only African-American woman leading in the state military. I am honored that she is serving our state and our country well, and also honored to call her my sorority sister. So if we could just do a round of congratulations for Major General Janine Brickhead, our Women's History Moment for today. Thank you.
Personal or guest announcements. Recognizing the delegate from Baltimore City.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Permission to use delegates' names?
Permission granted.
On behalf of Delegate Wells and Delegate Conaway, I want to thank all the people that came out all the way from West Baltimore, District 40, for our District 40 night. We had a great time. I believe some of them are still here in the gallery. If you want to stand and be recognized, thank you all so much for coming out tonight. We really appreciate your company.
Mr. Speaker.
I'm recognizing the delegate from Baltimore County.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Colleagues, I hope you will help me in welcoming one of my constituents from 42B tonight, Brittany Campbell, who came down here along with a lot of your constituents the same night to advocate for her brother, Paul, who has autism. And she's up in the gallery one side or the other with us tonight, so I hope you all say hi to her.
Recognizing the chair of House of Health and Government Operations.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Good evening, colleagues. I would like you to just give me 1 minute to recognize a very special person in my life. Ms. Edith Perry, who's up on the gallery. Edith, will you please stand up? Has been with me as my Chief of Staff for the 21st District for 17 years. She is a proud resident of Prince George's County. And you know what it takes to be a chief of staff, right? These are not jobs that are held for 17 years. And I consider you one of my biggest blessings. She just doesn't work in the office. She goes to a constituent home, and her husband who's with her, Mr. Johnny Perry, will you get up, please? Doesn't know the times that she goes and purchases groceries for people, diapers, and goes the extra mile. And she's retiring as of April 15th. I don't know what I'm gonna do without you. I want to thank you, Johnny, for being such an amazing partner in the way that Edith has served my office in District 21 in the state of Maryland. And I know that people give people flowers when they passed away. I'm giving you your flowers now, and I'm expressing my love and gratitude. Thank you so much for helping me be who I am. Thank you.
Recognizing the delegate from Prince George's County.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Permission to use the delegates' names?
Permission granted.
Thank you. On behalf of Delegate Roberts, Delegate Toles, and myself, I want to thank everybody that stopped by for District 25 and those residents who might be in the gallery. I know some of them might have left previously. If they could stand, if they're here. And just want to recognize some spectacular individuals from District 25. One being my stepfather who is here, Mr. Edgar Jones, if he could stand. And my support system, thank you. As part of that support system, my sons, Kent and Kendall Roberson, are here. My delegate in training, Kennedy Roberson, who said I had to give a speech today, so she is here, making sure I say the right things. There you go. And to my favorite resident of District 25, my wife, Jamie Roberson. That's what 17 years of marriage looks like. That's right. And I'm 22. Thank you, Delegate. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Recognizing the delegate from Montgomery County.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I do have a committee announcement. We sent this out a short while ago, but I wanted to just notify the members of the Personnel Subcommittee that we will be having a short voting session tomorrow in the full committee room at 12:45. And check your email.
Mr. Speaker.
Recognizing the delegate from Prince George's County.
Thank you. I think that they're behind me. I just want to recognize a couple of my constituents from Carroll Highlands. They came out here to advocate on behalf of the Chesapeake Climate Action Network Act. So I just want to say hi to them and thank you for coming out all the way from Carroll Highlands. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker.
Recognizing the delegate from Howard County.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Colleagues, please join me in welcoming some guests who I believe are in the balcony behind me. We have some friends visiting from Marty, and I know that several of you had a chance to visit with them earlier this evening for their community iftar and reception. Marty is a tremendous organization based in Howard County, but serving the entire community across Maryland, helping build bridges between the Turkish American community and all Maryland residents, sharing culture, history, and always delicious cuisine. Welcome.
Recognizing the delegate from Charles County. Oh, apologies, Prince George's.
Yeah, they say they get us mixed up all the time. Colleagues, I just wanted to remind you in your emails today, you should have received an email regarding the Speaker Society reception. And so I invite each and every one of you to the reception for the Speaker Society, which will be held on March the 19th from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. It will be in rooms 170 and 180 in the House Office Building. The cost is listed on the flyer, but we've moved into the 21st century, and you can scan the QR code and send your money via Zelle. So I look forward to seeing each and every one of you on the 19th. Thank you very much.
Recognizing the delegate from Anne Arundel County.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Permission to use the delegates' names?
Permission granted.
Thank you. On behalf of Delegate Congolo, Delegate Chisholm, and myself, I want to thank the good people from District 31 who came down tonight. My cuties were here, but it's past their bedtime, so they're back at home. We had cuisine from Cat North. We had very young but wonderful musicians. And our event was catered by Beefalo Bob's, which has the best pit beef in the state of Maryland. So if you'd rise, everybody join me in welcoming the citizens who are still with us from District 31. Thank you for being here. And lastly, a big thank you to Julie Butler, who did so much to make the event a success. Thank you.
Recognizing the delegate from Prince George's County.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Colleagues, earlier tonight we celebrated LGBTQ Night in Annapolis, and some friends of ours are still in the gallery. I wanted to just make sure we announced their presence and welcome them here to the chamber. So first up is Keith Holt, the president of Maryland's LGBTQ Chamber of Commerce and the chair of our LGBTQ DLC. We also have Akira Halsey, the president of Maryland LGBTQ Foundation, Cameron Benson, Center of AIDS Research Board member, Dr. Bradrick Levy, the policy advisor, educator, and community advocate, as well as Cameron Crawford, community engagement coordinator at Begin Anew. Thank you guys, and welcome to Annapolis.
Recognizing the delegate from Baltimore County.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Colleagues, as we start Women's History Month, I just want to honor one of the most inspiring women in my life. She's a West Point graduate, an Army veteran, and she outranks me, my wife, Nicole.
Any other personal
Mr. Speaker.
or guest? Recognizing the delegate from Montgomery County.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Colleagues, I just wanted tonight to mark an occasion. One of the proudest moments of my short time in the Maryland General Assembly was during my first legislative session in 2022. 3 years ago, almost to the day, a bipartisan resolution expressing solidarity with the people and government of Ukraine was introduced in this chamber. A few days later, it passed unanimously. Another identical resolution was passed unanimously in the Senate. The resolution condemned the, quote, unprovoked and unjustifiable invasion of Ukraine by the Russian Federation led by the dictator Vladimir Putin, calling the invasion a violation of international law. The resolution also stated Maryland's solidarity with the, quote, Democratic Republic of Ukraine and its president, Volodymyr Zelensky. Following unanimous adoption of these resolutions, legislators and other officials joined then Governor Larry Hogan for a moving tribute to the people of Ukraine and a condemnation of the Russians' invasion of their country, right out here on the steps of this historic State House. So despite recent events, I just wanted to stand up tonight and say that I still proudly stand with Ukraine, its presidents, and its people, and I'm sure many of you do too. Slava Ukraini.
Any other personal or guest announcements? All right, recognizing the protocol chair to introduce the pages.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Come on down. Come on, come on, and come on. You sunshines. We might be few in numbers, colleagues, but they are the best of the best. And y'all know the drill. When I call your wonderful name, I want you to step up and wave to these wonderful delegates that want to go home. But let me just, but they're going to have to wait until I announce you today. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Alexander Allen, Montgomery County, District 16, Bethesda Chesney Chase High School. Tabascan Barnett, at-large, Howard County, District 13, homeschool student. Serenity Butter, Garrett County, District 1A, Northern Gary High School. Audrey Copeland, Kent County, District 36, Kent County High School. Ashley Johnny, Baltimore County, District 8, Eastern Technical High School. Grace Minakowski, Calvert County, District 27C, Huntington High School. All right, you wonderful sunshine. It's going to be a short week, but that's okay. We love you anyway, and I want y'all to come and see us again. Okay, good night. Did I get everybody? Now, Mr. Chair, Speaker, I just wanted to say one little thing tonight. Everyone, you're doing such a good job, okay? Please continue that good job that y'all been doing. I love you dearly, the protocol chair, and if I have to keep reminding you, you come to room 205 and you have a great night. Thank you, you wonderful delegates.
Quorum call. Quorum call. Mr. Speaker, has everyone recorded their presence? The clerk will take the call. There being 127 members present, the House is still in session. Recognizing the Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that the House stands recessed until Tuesday, March 4th at 10 a.m., legislative date February 25th.